How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. This is, of course, a Black Lives Matter, all cops are bastards, and trans rights supporting channel. If you're not supporting that shit, get the fuck off this channel. What are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here. This is Broad City Season 4, Episode 5, Abby's Mom. We've been looking forward to it. It's the one we haven't gotten yet so far. I have no predictions. I just want to jump right into it and see it. What is her mother like? Is it going to be very, very much so like her? Or is it going to be very, very different? Because, like, her dad is, like, understandable why she is the way she is from her dad. Her dad is not similar to her in any way, but it is that kind of doting father that would have, and very, like, dad jokey kind of father that would have made Abby being as normal as she is. The best way to put her is she is very plain. So what's her mother going to be like? Also very plain, very normal, sort of like stay-at-home housewife sort of thing is definitely what I imagine from Abby as well. I don't know if Abby would like that, but something similar to that. A businesswoman maybe would also be very fitting. Or is it going to be something totally out of left field? Let's find out. If you want to get the full length, check it out on the Patreon below for $4 a month. If you want to get early access to a couple episodes ahead, you can also get that on the Patreon. Go check it out. Okay, first off, right on the bat, again, Sushi Mambo, what an unbelievable fucking place. I did not know they were going to be able to top their past workplaces, but I already have a Sushi Mambo. Like, the place that Abby was working at, maybe not so much. It was just her boss that was really funny, but this place, it is, the whole cast is absolutely incredible. Love them all. Like, even before, at Alana's old place of work, we had Chris Gethard's character, then we had the one other girl who she's been constantly pissing off the whole time. But there wasn't like this larger cast that we have, whereas this one, we have so many people that are all so quirky in their own, just weird ways. There's so much absolute insanity going on with these people at all times. Their lives are at crisis moment 10 every time. And especially, their boss is... I don't know how you even describe that character. There's no way to pigeonhole it. There's no way to put any sort of box around whatever that character is. Just like it does fit with that like absolute like I'm running this business like an I don't even know what you would put it. Like a college professor almost in a weird way. Like that's the close one that I could put it to. But like yeah, very, very high strung, extremely fabulous and flamboyant restaurant manager. Doesn't give a shit about anybody else. It's like the girl boss energy but with gays, and like he's not gay, he's like bisexual, pansexual, or whatever the fuck he wants to call himself. He's whatever, but like he's got that like absolute like girl. I don't know what term there is for that. Rainbow drones is like the closest one I can think of when it comes to like government stuff. But when it comes to this, I can't think of like a word for that. Like the girl boss energy with just being so flamboyant, and he nails it perfectly. The fact that he didn't know that guy was his son, that he says he's his son, then he fires him. Oh my god. Everything going on. Unbelievable. His lines are 10 out of 10 every single time. Favorite boss character, hands down. And yeah, I'm glad that the whole Abby's mom plot was not, there was no shoe that dropped, there was no moment that was like, oh no, here's where it all goes wrong, or here's where, whatever the fuck. Like, even in the place that it goes wrong, it still works out for Alana, just because the boss is the strangest person on the planet. And it's just like, hell yeah, I love that you're depressed. It's the ultimate bitch. It makes me hard. I hope you never get better. So good. So many excellent lines here. This is might be my favorite of the season so far, and it's gonna be hard to beat. It's amazing. I'm actually surprised the thing with Bevers didn't go anywhere. Like, that was just a way to introduce us to she is feeling like she has been missing out on a lot in life. And just seeing Bevers out there in his underwear gave her a little bit of a thrill. But, I mean, it could go somewhere in the future, but he's already in a relationship. Even if it seems like they're never together, ever. But, on the ship episode, that was, like, proof of their relationship being a thing at all. But yeah, very, very fascinating episode to watch with her mom. I really loved the just relationship that Abbi has with her mom, where it isn't like she is uncomfortable by this whole scenario of her mom opening up and being more honest with her and everything that. And, it makes total sense because Abbi is a very closed person, someone who's very, very introverted, someone who lies about everything all the time. Even when there's no reason for her to lie, she has to lie just to make herself seem a little bit better. Just very, very pathological liar, for sure. And so her mom just being so open with her and expecting absolute honesty from her as well. And even then, she doesn't give her that. Like, there's still a lot that she lies to her about throughout the whole episode. And so it's a really, really nice dynamic there. Having Alana be essentially crippled throughout the entire episode, like, it's like that classic thing in like a anime where it's like, well, we have to have the main character get stuck in something or get sick or have some disease or whatever for this temporary thing, so that way they can't just come in and save the day. And that's what it felt like with Alana in this episode, where if Alana was around in her true like self throughout this whole episode, she would have instantly alleviated a lot of the weirdness that Abbi was feeling, just because Abbi feels a lot better when she's around Alana. But no, we had to have her have something to like keep her busy for the entire episode, and it wasn't the best B plot, but it was funny. It just wasn't like the best, but it's hard to always be hitting a 10 out of 10. It was very good for what it was. Again, I love that it was like she was having to like regain her powers every time. Very funny. And yeah, I hope we get to see more Abbi's mom. Like, now that we introduced her with a big introduction episode, I hope we can get to see her a little bit more often and, like, help her out with her problems. Because a lot of the other parents are just kind of, they're doing fine by themselves. Even, like, Alana's brother doing fine. Like, they're all doing okay. They have good lives. But Abbi's mom, it would be nice to keep checking up on her and see how it's going. And she's just a nice character. I like her. She's got good chemistry with everybody. And it is a very, very fun character to have going forward now that she's just going to be, like, trying out all this new stuff and everything in her life. It's very interesting. I like the exact opposite reaction with my mother. Like, my mother was very, very, like, did everything in her life right up till she had me, and then started to slow down when she was having me, and then, like, is now much more of the normie mom sort of thing. But I feel like now she is getting a lot more comfortable with, doing stuff that she used to do. But to be fair, my mom used to do a lot of stuff. But yeah, like, exact opposite relationship I have, so it's very, very fun to see that, like, slopping of that I'm used to. And yeah, the fact that she, like, wore the blue dress as well, like, I love little touches like that to tell us, like, where these characters got their habits from. I mean, also, going from, like, 0 to 100 is exactly Abbi's thing as well. So we got that, at the same time. Like, Abbi is very much so that exact thing where she hasn't done something for a while, so she hasn't done something ever, so she wants to try it for the first time, and then she goes way crazy with it. Like, I think that is perfect. And yeah, starting the episode with, like, oh yeah, we don't need to remove this dildo because our mom's not even going to know what that is, to the end of this episode, buying her one, and buying her multiple ones, especially the one that was, like, the same kind that was on her wall, is, like, yeah, perfect, like, perfect way to book into the episode. And I don't know if she got the whip too, but maybe. But yeah, I think that's all I got for this episode. I can't wait to see more of Abbi's mom. Abbi's mom, I'd like to friend. I'll see you guys more for the next episode. Until then, get the fuck out of here.